If you haven't watched my other video called Dark Moments in Adventure Time Part 1, you should do it right now.
Do it, Jake. Do it!
Or else, you will miss the whole spectrum of darkness that gives us joy in life. You know, the usual stuff. Alright, I'm jumping right in without keeping you waiting. I've done level 1, 2, and 3 in my previous video, and now I will continue with the 4th level of darkness, which can be described as the intensity of a streetlight. Candy's going Lord of the Flies. There is a certain darkness inside the candy people, and whenever left unsupervised, it comes out. Especially Crunchy during the Pajama Wars when PB leaves them for like 10 minutes or something.
It looks like the candy people's makeshift government has been taken over by a ruthless despot.
Finn turns into IK in another dimension. The weird lifelike dimension of Adventure Time is where we see Finn turn into an antagonist. Once he puts the crown on, it doesn't take him much time until he loses it completely. At least Simon Petrikov was mentally strong enough to keep Marcy safe until she was old enough to take care of herself. This is another proof that journaling is a great way to keep yourself sane. Or less insane?
Please love me again, Betty! Okay, bye.
Finn, Marceline, and Flame Princess's dads. Oh, the infamous dads in Adventure Time. Martin Mertens is a crazy asshole who abandons Finn.
I gotta run to the store!
Hudson Abadir is a selfish demon who doesn't respect Marcy.
Some goober with glasses summoned me.
What's that thing? Just gonna put this here, okay? Now let's go suck some souls!
And the Flame King is just a scared little baby man who doesn't give a f about his daughter.
No face, Joe. He can't do or he can't get out, bro.
All of them are neglectful, abusive, and they all mess up the lives of their children. That is dark on a personal level. Peebles stealing the geothermic control modules. PB's undeniable urge to control people goes too far when she tries to disarm the Fire Kingdom.
Oh, no. This little thermic control module, or whatever it is, accidentally fell out. I was just putting it back.
But when she realizes how messed up her behavior was, she shuts down all her cameras. Which is one of the things that makes her character so complex and deep. But geez, PB, that's messed up.
Something inside you is messed up, girl. And whatever it is, whatever. Whatever, PB.
The Creeps. It starts off as a harmless detective story, but when we come to the scene where Finn perceives this vision of a green and slimy Shoko as the wall's coming alive, we see that there is a much darker side of Finn that he's suppressing.
That one's going in the vault.
You Made Me. Talking about the Creeps, Lemongrab stalking the Candy Peeps is disturbing and psychotic. Period.
I am within my rights!
Ocean of Fear. This episode is portrayed lighter than it really is. It's even funny to watch Finn react in an extreme way. But there is a background story to this fear. Finn being captured by his dad and abandoned in the forest has given him such a trauma that it manifested itself as an extreme level of thalassophobia.
I just don't want to get beat up anymore.
Now to level 5. It's getting darker. Princess Cookie attempting Scabicide. And they say Adventure Time is a kid's show. Growing up in an orphanage, Princess Cookie had a hard life.
They were always too depressed to play.
No, we're too depressed.
And she laughed in my face, man.
And when he didn't get his crown to become a princess, his fragile mind just snapped and he tried to end his life.
I gloved up.
Susan Strong's brain injury. Have you ever heard of feral children that were raised in the wilderness by animals? Susan's story reminds me of that a little bit. She survives underground with a sort of brain dysfunction that causes her to lose her speech, memory, and her sense of self, among many other things.
Son. Susan?
That stuff is pretty dark, and also very hardcore. No wonder why they call her Susan Strong. The Screeching Lemon and the Lemongrab Kingdom. Just look at this monstrosity for a moment. That gives me the creeps, the icks, and the pits.
The armpits.
This gives me the creeps of how the kidnapping deer gives other people the creeps. Blank-eyed girl. Okay, this could be taken as something classically spooky. Ghost story on the radio, white gown, huge eyes, trespassing, and so on. And the detail of the girls not talking, doing their creepy little dance. And the disbelief of Jake.
Baloney!
The pizza.
Baloney!
Don't touch my radio.
Yeah, man, it's all baloney.
Makes the situation gothic as heck and even more dark than it might have been. And then the girls taking their whole body off. Ugh. And of course, BMO.
I think it was beautiful.
Be quiet, BMO.
Your butt is kinda creepy.
PB possessed by the Lich. Oh, the banality of evil. There is no doubt that Lich is the absolute evil in the show, and I'm not undermining his intentions or abilities. I mean, look at his scene. With this thought in mind, I think the Lich's character is a bit two-dimensional for my taste to be the deepest and the darkest of them all. He just feels like a symbol of evil and nothing more. Not to forget that he gets defeated by Finn's liking someone a lot sweater.
Liking someone a lot.
Finn manipulating Flame Princess. I really don't understand how Flame Princess can be so level-headed about the messed up stuff that Finn did to her, just so he can have that dream again. She was so traumatized that she disassociates as Finn tries to justify himself. Finn deserves to go to the dungeon for what he did.
1 million years dungeon!
King of Ooh messing with Sweet Pea. The level of darkness of this one is so high that the Lich himself actually says that he learned a lot from them.
I have learned much from you. Thank you, my teachers. And now for your education.
And now, behold the last level of darkness. Betty's story in the background. Maybe the saddest and maddest love story in Adventure Time. While everything else unfolds with ease throughout the show, there is a sad and disturbing darkness when they show the short scenes of Betty's hopeless struggle to bring Simon back, and her sacrifice at the end of the show is just the cherry on top.
Betty, oh my Betty, my princess. Why did you...
Gumball Guards Genocide. Gumball Guards are robots created by P-Brains to be used as law enforcement. And because of their violent tendencies, PB decides to destroy them. Now, I know that they're just robots, but Nepter is a robot. Would you consider doing this to Nepter? Plus, PB made the Gumball Guards intentionally violent so that they can fight crime better. But did she think it all the way through? It reminds me of the philosophical God paradox of creating humans evil. If they were meant to be evil, or in this case, violent, then why condemn them, you know? Marceline's past with Simon. After Marceline lost her mom, Simon Petrikov became a parent figure for her and protected her in the apocalyptic times. Which doesn't sound too bad, but when you think of it, Marceline had to watch his beloved friend lose his sanity more and more every day. In my opinion, that's one of the saddest stories of Adventure Time. PB's trapped family. All candy people are happy, right? Wrong. Princess Bubblegum created his uncle, aunt, and cousin to be a family together. Uncle Gumball didn't like her ways, so he plotted against PB, which then brought his own demise. After being splashed with the Dum Dum solution, the family members lost their ability to communicate as themselves. In the last episode's nightmare scenes, PB sees in what condition they were living for all those centuries. 8 centuries to be exact. They were trapped in their own mind and body and couldn't get out. It certainly gives off the vibes from the movie Get Out by Jordan Peele. That is some scary psychological torture. Finn killing Fern. Finn is usually a level-headed boy. And just like Princess Bubblegum's situation I mentioned previously, he sometimes hurts others even though he doesn't mean to. In this scene, he tries his best to come to a settlement with Fern, but in the heat of the moment, one misunderstanding leads to Fern's fatality, and it leaves a huge scar in Finn's psyche. I don't know if that moment haunted Finn for the rest of his life, but it certainly changed his point of view in life, especially when it comes to fighting others.
No! We need love, not war! She's wrong. This is all wrong. Even if she wins now, this is never gonna end. I can feel it. It's like the whole world's going crazy, man.
Golb, the overarching antagonist who is a malevolent entity of chaos and disorder. We even see the Lich praying to Golb, talking about how he dedicated himself to him. The Lich talks about having a purpose, but Golb's purpose is not to have a purpose. No goals, no targets, no meaning. Just chaos. That just defeats the whole point of everything that's alive. And nothing can interfere with Golb's power or kill him. Except Betty, actually.
She did it! Yeah, Betty! Woo!
What has she done?
And that makes Golb the darkest entity of the show, extending beyond the realm of evil. And one last thing, the Inside Out bird.
Magic! Away!
I have nothing to say to that.
Think happy thoughts. Little cute bees, little babies, tiny, tiny bunny.
You might disagree with the whole list I created, and the order of the darkness levels can be debatable. Therefore, pop down a comment for me and let me know why you agreed or disagreed. Also, please like if you liked and subscribe to my channel.